Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic Wrath pre-patch and our human mage. It is time to think about finishing our journey here while we still have the Joyous Journeys buff. We did get the Paladin to level cap a couple of days ago, and I do want to get our mage here to level 70. Even though at this point, pretty sure we're taking the Paladin into Northrend first. I still want the mage to be capped. I don't just want to leave her sitting at level 69, as nice as that is. We're going to get her leveled up here today. Let's go fight some Windrocks. I did put us in the queue for a few different dungeons, so it's possible that we'll get an invite. I got into a group, but then they broke up like immediately. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. Hope you guys are well. Thank you for clicking on the video and joining me here. Things may sound a little bit different. This is actually going to be the first video that I do using my new microphone, which is the Shure SM7B. It took me an hour or so to get everything set up yesterday, and had to make a couple changes to my setup. I used to use NVIDIA Shadowplay to record, but the way that I'm using the Shure SM7B is you have to have basically an audio gate, and it's a two-way audio gate. And a weird thing that happens is that it'll capture your audio through your microphone, but only on the left side. And you have to have your recording software has to be able to tell it to make it a mono track and to stop trying to reach for that other channel. So yeah, the long story short, I'm using OBS now for recording. And yeah, that's a little bit different for me. And then having the new microphone, so I'm still trying to get things dialed in and get all the settings where I want them to be. So please let me know on this one if I need to be louder, if I need to be quieter, if the in-game sound can be turned up. I did a bunch of tests yesterday, uploaded them to YouTube, and they seemed okay. I always feel like I'm a little bit too quiet. But like I said, let me know and we can get things adjusted going forward. I think I got it to a point where it's tolerable. But that doesn't mean that it can't be improved upon. And yeah, same thing with the video quality. Had to do a bunch of tests to get my publishing codec right in OBS, but pretty sure I finally got there, and things should basically look the same as they looked previously. Probably would be a good idea to have our water elemental out. The good thing about letting the mage sit for a little while is that now we have a bunch of rested XP. Which is awesome. Well, our boy is on aggressive, because of course he is. Let's put him on defensive. I do have his auto attack keybound to tilde now, so I can tell him to specifically attack something or not. Let's go over here. Yeah, okay. Cool. Good jerk. This is my problem with the mage, guys. This is like probably one of the deciding factors in the fact that I won't be taking the mage right into Northrend. Is this. Because A, it's something that I'm not going to do that on the mage. I'm not going to pull a bunch of guys and AoE them down. I don't like to build it that way. I don't like that kind of gameplay on the mage. I love that kind of gameplay on the Paladin. And it seems like that is basically what you have to do anymore to get mob tags, and it's gonna be that way in Northrend for a long time. it's going to be really bad out the gate. Getting anything tagged for yourself, and the mage is just not the class that's going to be able to do that effectively. We can tag one at a time, but if we want to do like a proper rotation and have like proper DPS going out, we're basically always going to want to start with a cast. And the way people are playing right now, as you can see, like, we can't start with a cast. Like, unless our water elemental gets up there, like, even his cast takes a while to get there. Someone's gonna grab that. Between the time the frostbolt leaves our hands and when it hits the mob, someone else is gonna tag it. And I really don't want that to be my first experience in the Howling Fjord or the Borean Tundra. I don't want that kind of negative impact on myself, because we can avoid it. We can play the Paladin, and we can come back to the Mage later on as an alt. And things will be a little bit calmer at a later date. So yeah, what you just saw, it was a big deciding factor. Because I was pretty torn for a while. I was pretty torn. The thought of having a class and just having it be DPS and having that be my only job, that was kind of something that, you know, I don't hate that. It was a nice thought that maybe it could be that way, but the more I think about it, the more I know that I want to tank some dungeons. So we're gonna go on the Paladin first and be able to tank a bunch of stuff, and our Mage is gonna be there for us when we're ready to have a DPS alt. They're making a bunch of changes. I'm sure if you guys read the news, they're actually making a bunch of changes to the way dungeons and dungeon loot works. In Wrath Classic, the most notable thing is they're creating a new difficulty for 5-man dungeons, which is Heroic Plus. Unlike Mythic, Heroic Plus doesn't have a timer. It's simply that the mobs are harder, they have more health, they hit harder, and the dungeon rewards better loot. So I think that's amazing. I'm a huge fan of hard 5-man runs. Some of my favorite times in the game were doing the original Cataclysm Heroics. If you played Cataclysm the first couple weeks after launch, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everything was hard again, and you had to use your CC spells for the first time in a long time. So you got to play a difficult mode of the game with some modern game design, and it was really, really nice. And then Blizzard decided it was too hard, and it got nerfed into the ground, and Heroics were never challenging again after that. So yeah, it's going to be really awesome for someone like me who just loves doing 5-mans to have a new difficulty mode. Heroic Plus, I believe they called it. Pretty excited about that. They're also changing how loot's going to work once Phase 2 comes out. Basically making it so that you can get more loot from raids after the current tier has passed. I didn't go into all the specifics, but you guys should check it out if you're interested in endgame stuff in Wrath. They are changing a lot of how loot works and what kinds of loot you're going to be getting from which type of raid, things like that. But the most exciting news for me was just the harder 5-mans that will be coming out. I think that is really cool. And I need a 5-man static group. I need like 10 people, maybe 11 or 12, who want to do some 5-man plus and 10-man raiding. I'm not really a big fan of 25-man raiding. I will go into a 25-man raid, but it's not really like my ideal place to be. I enjoy more so being in a 10-man group, you know, having like personal accountability for everybody, knowing that nobody can be carried. Tortured Earth Spirit, what is this? Are we just fighting these guys? Yeah, I guess so. Not really digging how occasionally we fly too high and our water elemental despawns. Not really digging that, especially with the cooldown timer on him. We can't summon him right back out when that happens. So I guess the trick is to fly low. I really don't know, but it's not really nice. Let's say that. If I can hit shift, I'll get him back out here. We're still in combat with something. Oh, we're in combat with you. Oh, and now you. Okay. And for me in these situations is where like the mage becomes less fun. For me the mage is all about having setup and having prep and being able to be at a distance and just blasting something before it even knows what happened. When you make a small error and you accidentally hit another enemy or you aggro somebody else, suddenly you're having to be very reactionary and defensive. And whereas on the paladin you would just turn around and like thrash the crap out of it. It takes a little bit something extra to get clear of it on the mage. Are we going to have any more luck in this area, or should we come up here? Yeah, let's keep heading this way, and we will be able to get our turn-ins done for Windrock Mastery. Yeah, we did just do these on the Paladin. I could go somewhere else. We could go into Shadowmoon, do some stuff. We have a bunch of stuff we can go pick up, actually. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe we finish the ones that we're currently working on and we can ditch them and get out of here. We don't have a lot of other stuff like actually in progress here. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we were to go somewhere else for the last level. I mean, I like Nagrand though. That's the kind of the thing, is it's a beautiful place to be, and Shadowmoon isn't going to be that way. So maybe we'll hang out here. Well, there's a elemental right there just going crazy. And he's gone. Yeah, he's out of there. He must have followed somebody down from the mountainside here. Well, let's go down to the south here, and we'll take on the Kilsaro agents. That seems like a good idea. I did train our levels at 69 here. What I didn't do was spend our talent point. I think we're going to put the other point into Arctic Reach. Feel like we need to have that. . Guess we can land anywhere. This seems good. Whoops. From what I remember, there's also a named guy back in the building we have to get to. Maybe we should head that way. We got lucky on a Paladin. He just we swooped in and got him right away. And then we invited someone to the group and helped them get him as well. But let's head back here now and just make sure we can take care of him. Well, I mean, we could have. We could have done it if there hadn't been a level 70 here killing it. Because yeah, a level 70 and a level 70 running through a level 68. Excuse me? You're in the pre-patch, you're level 68, you're a shaman, you need a level 70 to help you out. Why don't you leave your buddy at home and do the quest yourself? That way someone has a chance to like join your group and get the enemy they need too. Go ahead and make sure he kills everything else here that other players might need while questing. That's cool. I don't think we can use any of the enemies over here. Maybe there's somebody guarding the gates? No, it looks like they've been dispatched as well. Cool. Well, all we can hope for at this point is that the entire camp respawns rather quickly. Here we go. Here are some people who are alive. Spared the devastation of a level 70, killing everybody in sight. Still killing everything in sight. Perfect, perfect. And nobody in here has respawned. Well, there we go. There's one guy. Maybe they'll start to come back up relatively soon. There is hope. Even if it's just a glimmer of hope. But yeah, guys, it's Saturday for me today. We've got 2 days, a little bit more than 48 hours. Like 50 hours, 55 hours until 6 p.m. on the 26th Eastern Standard Time, where I'm at. Where Northwind will open up, we'll be able to get on the boat. And I'm planning to play that night until I'm tired. Which won't be as late as many people who would make that claim will be up. A lot of people will probably play like all night long into the morning. I don't do that. Even in my 20s, I didn't do that. I remember Cataclysm launch. Instead of really playing a lot, I played a little bit. And then I went to sleep at a normal time. And then I woke up at 5 in the morning. and everybody in my guild was about to go to sleep. And they were tired AF. And so, yeah, then they slept for like 10 hours, and I had 10 hours to myself where the servers were relatively peaceful at 5 a.m. as everyone's going to sleep. And I was well rested, had all 5 senses, and was ready to play all day and into the night. So that kind of approach usually works better for me. I'll probably play until like midnight or so. 11 o'clock, midnight, and then I'm going to bed. Then I'm getting a full night's sleep. And then there's going to be maintenance the next morning, so then I'm going to go to the gym and have breakfast. And then maybe by the time that's all done, Tuesday maintenance will be over. And I'll be well rested, feel accomplished in the rest of life, and be ready to play a lot more. But yeah, the first night I'm gonna push as hard as I can. I'll probably record the first hour and get that hour published as soon as I can to be able to share that with you guys. And then the rest of that night I'll probably chunk into 1 or 2 subsequent recordings that'll probably be a bit longer, but yeah, I'm getting pretty eager. It's nearly upon us. The Joyous Journeys buff is going to end, but that's okay. We had a good go of it. I still have a hope that they add it back into the game for levels 1 to 70, but I feel like they're going to hold on to it. And whenever they want to push more daily active users, they'll pull it back out of their back pocket. So we'll see when that is. What was really cool and what really got me hyped was, if you guys haven't seen it, the new Wrath of the Lich King cinematic. It's a cinematic trailer. It most certainly is. It's not done in the same style or in the same engine as like the retail cinematics. It's really interesting artistically, and they definitely like just captured the vibe of like a classic cinematic, what a classic cinematic would be if there were many classic cinematics, which there aren't. It was really cool. I love the art style of it. The music was great. It just gave you like a good feeling of just heroes going on an adventure in Northrend and the threats they're gonna face. A lot of it seemed like it was almost captured with like in-game character models, but then layered over with this like awesome cinematic style art. Like, I can't really explain it, but if you watch the trailer, you'll know what I mean when they show the characters, like all the characters running together through the wilderness. You can tell it's almost like a side shot just with an in-game camera, but with the cinematography layered over all the character models. Very cool stuff. Can I be DPS for Mechanar? Yes, I can. I can DPS Mechanar. I can't say that I'm gonna like do well at it, but I can do it, and I have a flying mount, so I can get up to the dungeon, and that's important, right? And I was in the queue for it. Oh, we're done here. I've just been like talking, running my mouth, killing random things and not realizing what I've killed and what I haven't killed. Good times. Typical rambles. Let's see. What do we want to do? I must have them. I think we can do this I must have them quest now without using the trampoline, now that we have a flag mount. Need 1 tank and 1 DPS. That's a tough order to fill. Our listing shows that we have a tank, so somebody might want to change their ways. Oh, we're the tank. We're the tank. We're the tank. We are the failure. It really shouldn't let us set ourselves as tank, in my opinion. Boulder Fist plans. Are you gonna have some Boulder Fist plans for me? I'm assuming it's gonna be like a rare drop rate. My water, oh, there he is. Yeah, he did have the Boulder Fist plans, as a matter of fact.
Talk to me.
Okay, he needs air elementals. Ooh, our quest log is full. What do we have going on here? Let's go ahead. We could probably abandon the one in Blade's Edge. We could probably abandon everything in Terracar. I don't think we're going back to Terracar. Something tells me we won't be. Probably not going to do Underbog again. And there we go. That looks a lot cleaner. Let's try that again. This guy needs air elemental stuff before we can do the hard part, getting the egg and defeating the elite. Not that that's going to be particularly hard in reality. Actually, finding the air elementals might be a bigger challenge because they're spread thin all over the place. Actually, what else do we want to do? Let's go turn in. Yeah, let's turn in. We also have a couple of quests we could grab, including the breadcrumb on over to the Ethereal's place, Consortium. So yeah, let's do that, shall we?
Greetings, friend. Seek the path of the light.
Alright, let's take a look. We could circle here. We have some named guys we need. I don't know what the probability is of us finding them. I also don't know if on the mage we can take them solo. On the paladin we definitely could. On the mage, I don't know about that. Who are we closest? No, we have Charizard is on the way there. So we can keep on keeping on. Let's drop off our breadcrumbs at the very least. Ooh, we also have to turn in at the Throne of Elements. That was the one we didn't get turned in. He has another quest for Obsidian War Beads. We can pair that with the quest we have to get crates over here. What else? Let's head over and see if we can get this quest turned in at the Throne of Elements before we get a summon. It's gonna be close. Yeah, it's gonna be close, but I think we can make it. Yeah, they're at the stone. Let's just go ahead and turn this in really quick, and then we'll take the summon. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we have 2 mages, a shaman, a paladin, and a death knight. Kind of assuming that the death knight is the tank. We have a quest here.
How are you? Have a good one.
Do I know which one we're even going into? The Mechanar, the Mechanar. I don't know which one the Mechanar is. Atlas, tell me please. No, you didn't tell me. Tempest Keep, the Mechanar. It used to tell me like which one was which when I would open Atlas here. And it didn't now. So it's just a guessing game. Let's check out this one, the Mechanar. Look, we made a guess and we made it in. Let's do this. Let's do crit. Let's get our water elemental out. Let's set him to aggressive because otherwise he's never going to do anything. Yeah, it's like by the time we get a frostbolt off, everything's dead. It's so unsatisfying. It's probably just these dungeons. I'm sure if we were to take the mage into Northrend and start doing like Utgard Keep, it probably wouldn't be like that. But it's definitely like that right now, and it's like very, very negatively impactful on me. I went from really enjoying DPSing on the mage to like suddenly the dungeons are kind of boring. You feel like you can't like help out enough. You know, you feel like your efforts are kind of wasted because you feel like you're not getting cast offs. You feel like you can't really single target, but your AoE is not that effective. And then on single targets, yeah, if they're a level or 2 above us, we're not getting any procs, we're not doing any damage. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
If my division is correct, you should be quite dead. Contingency.
I mean, I guess if I wanted to deal more damage, I could have respect fire or something, but... The worst part about the elemental guy is that there's no assist. I just want him to attack what I attack. I don't want to have to tell him to attack. I don't want to have to put him on aggressive. I don't want to have to make a macro. I just want him to attack the thing that I'm attacking. It's pretty simple, right? It's not a difficult concept to understand. I don't know why defensive doesn't make him act the same way. That would be a good change too. Like, just make defensive cause him to attack what you're attacking, not him waiting for you to get hit. Yeah, we're just out of water. No big deal. Didn't make any water. Haven't needed it while questing, but we are definitely running out of water here. Yeah, we can send our buddy into attack while we drink. That's about all we can do right now. And it's also at a point where, like, listen, the reality is no group is ever going to give a caster time to drink ever again. Well, we're in Wrath now, so, like, that changed overnight, like, almost as soon as the pre-patch happened. No group is ever going to wait for a mage to get their mana back before pulling ever again. Those days are gone. In light of that, do I really want to be on a mage? No, not really. Like, fuck, I mean, the rest of the group can go ahead and clear the whole dungeon. We could sit here on our ass, and they probably wouldn't be negatively affected by it. And they probably wouldn't stop. Eventually, they'd probably kick us. But they wouldn't think, like, hey, let's wait up. Those days are gone, and they're not coming back. The only way they might be coming back is a 5-man Heroic Plus in Wrath Endgame. Then we might re-achieve a state where, like, the 5-man pulls will actually be hard. And since there's no time gating, there's no timer element, it's just do the dungeon, it's hard, people will wait for people to have resources. Until then, it's not going to happen.
Think you can hurt me, huh? Think I'm afraid of you?
Oh, we got one fireball proc that whole time. Fun. Thorium Cloak, 390 armor, 35 stam. Seems like a good tanking cloak. I don't know that we ever got that on our warrior. Probably not. But okay, there we go. Are we clearing over here? Maybe.
You have approximately 5 seconds to live. With the precise angle and velocity. My calculations did not.
His calculations did not work out. Yep. I'm gonna roll on those because, yeah. Oh, we weren't the only one to roll need. I could have really used those, having trouble leveling up my tailoring. Because I don't have anything I can make that isn't just, Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I don't have anything I can make that isn't just a green item. Oh, this guy is like... I think he's on us. Okay, he's doing a little exploding thing. No, I don't think I could take the heat. That's why I'm trying to avoid it. Held an offhand item. If this mage is gonna roll on things, I'm gonna roll on things. If we get a good one-hander, I mean, we'll equip that. That's all. I'd like some loot. I'd like the opportunity to, if we get a one-handed sword or something, to be able to actually use it, and to do that we need an offhand item, so... cool, we can't just walk up the steps there, that makes a lot of sense. Serious clipping issues. And we are silenced. Fun. We are still in combat, otherwise I would definitely drink up here. I'm gonna be able to do it like one blizzard and that's gonna be it.
We are on a strict timetable. You will not interfere. I'm looking for a team player. Time to supplement my workforce. Looks like you to be hands-on. The project will continue.
No procs. All we did there was cast, we just casted Frostbolt over and over. Look at this. Strength, agility, spirit, stamina, intellect, leather. Wow, that's a lot of stats split up in a lot of different directions. There we go. Nothing for us, then that's fine. And that was the whole run. Yeah, I didn't realize that was actually the last boss. So yeah, there's that. Looting would be a good idea. And, you know, maybe just having a thumbnail would be good. And besides that, let's go ahead and we'll get back over into Nagrand. What do we want to do? Obsidian war beads, we can do that over here. Let's head back in this general direction, kind of like what we were doing before we went into the dungeon. And we'll keep our eyes open for a few things. We need air elementals, we have a bunch of named guys that we may or may not come across. We need enraged crusher cores. So just more fighting rock elementals. I feel like eventually we get a quest for these Alex, and we can get their horns now, and we can use them for the quest later. It's funny, I see all these Elix here on the Paladin. I had trouble finding Elix, and there's like a whole pack of them just hanging out right here. Would have been nice to know. Although we're not really getting any horns from them. I was pretty sure we could get them before we had the quest, because I had some and then I sold them. And then I got the quest to realize that we'd sold them. But maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Oh, look at you. Yeah, the odds of us being able to take this guy on our own are like slim to none. Yep, with a capital E and a capital P, because that's what happens. Is he waiting for us to do the invite? I guess. He's already in a group. Can I, like, get an invite to that group? There we go. I don't think we need a full 5 people to take this guy out. We are gonna hang out in the ice block for a minute because he hates us. Next time we pull aggro, I don't know what we're gonna do. We could run away. Looks like we got him. Nice. Let's pick up these two quests over here. I think one of them is for voidlings, and one of them might be for picking up some stones off the ground. Yeah, one of those is for the void spawn, one of them is for a named guy. Strangely, we didn't get a quest to pick up the rocks and stuff. A little bit weird, but oh well, let's... Oh, look at this. Here we go. We could probably take this guy on our own with the help of our water elemental here. We're gonna try it. I hope he doesn't, like, aggro all these other guys. Yeah, let's let the elemental work on him for a minute. Oh, he's immune to our freeze. Yeah, this was not thought out, like... This was not thought out. Oh, we suck. We're the worst effing mage ever alive. This is the thing, like, I don't have the senses for the mage like some people do. So, yeah. It isn't even a matter of thinking it out. It wouldn't have mattered. I'm not good enough on the mage to take elites by myself. But hey, we got it done. Thanks to our friend here. So good stuff. A little bit embarrassing, but still good. That's not the named guy. We do need a named guy out here somewhere. Let's see if we can get a location on him somewhere this way. Not a lot of Voidwalkers up either. Here's one. Let's go see if we can get the other two then. That would not be bad. We can knock those out. Come back to this. I do sometimes wonder if doing these elite quests is worth it with the amount of time that you have to just kind of fly around, waiting for them to respawn, waiting to get a tag on them. I always wonder if they're worth it. I feel like they're not. I feel like if you just keep doing normal quests and you ignore these ones entirely, unless you happen to come across them, then you're probably better off from like a leveling perspective. Because yeah, here we are, like, they're both dead. No real telling when they're going to respawn and how much time it's going to take for that to happen. When otherwise we could, you know, continue to progress other quests. It's always a hard one to decide for me if I want to do these kinds of quests or not. There we go. It wasn't pretty, but we got it done. There he is. Looks like he's up now. Inventory's full. The words we love to see. Let's throw out the quest item. That'd be smart. Now that we're up here, do we want to go work on the beads and the crates? I feel like that would be an okay idea. We also have all the kill quests here. We have so much stuff to do. Apparently we have an item sitting in our inventory that begins with, you know, we have so much stuff to do, but I do feel like we probably need to, like, vendor, right? I'm surprised there's not a vendor at the consortium. There kind of has to be. Let's go back over to the consortium and let's see if we can find a vendor over there. And we'll get our bags emptied out. We're making pretty good progress. Halfway to go to level 70. The thing about this character is I'm not in a rush. I felt pretty rushed with the paladin because we had pushed and pushed and pushed and played straight through. And with this character, with us letting her sit and get rested, experience and stuff like that, I don't feel the same impetus to push and push and push and get to 70. Again, I still have a few days, and we're not going to be jumping into her right away in Northrend anyhow, so... It's kind of a shame how, like, some classes just feel better now because they can pull more enemies at once. Because that's what it is for me and the Paladin. It's like, the survivability of it, the ability to just pull and, like, keep going and pull lots of enemies to you in situations where people are competing for mobs. I'm keeping these. These are the ivory tusk I was talking about for the quest that we don't have yet. So I'm gonna keep a hold of those. And we're gonna sell everything else. War beads we're gonna keep. We're gonna have a quest for that. Relics of Tarok, I don't think I care about that anymore. I thought the mana gems despawned after a while, but apparently they don't. I'd love to get a main hand to go with this offhand eventually. Yeah, I just need to do a thorough cleaning of my inventory. I feel like it's in really, really bad shape. So, there's that. Oshigun Crystal Power Sample. Turn 10 of these in. I don't really care about that. Let's get rid of them. Sell this. So we can make a higher level of that. Sell these. Some of these potions are kind of outdated. Let's just get rid of them. Arcane Powder, I think I need. Let's keep that. Okay, yep, that is probably about as much as we can do. Zepet's Crystal, don't care about that. Don't care about that. Get rid of this. And yeah, that's it's looking a lot better. Okay, guys, what we're going to do is I am going to take a little bit of a break here. We are going to get to 70 today. We're going to do that when I come back. We'll play a little bit more. We'll finish up some quests here. Maybe we'll do another dungeon. And we will get our girl to 70 and then, you know, park her for a while. I'll make sure to log in to her to start getting rested experience as soon as Northrend opens up so that when we do go back into her, we have, you know, 2 full levels of rested XP. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me here. Remember to give me some feedback about the audio video for my new setup on the Shure SM7B and publishing stuff. Not publishing it, but recording it through OBS. Let me know if any of the volume levels need to be adjusted, either for me or for the game sounds. And I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.